Well, hello everybody. Hi everyone, I'm Ollie Matthews. This is Refuge from Narcissism. It's actually a nice weekend. Just dropped Charlene off at work. Quiet as far as the channel goes. No new stories. I got one left. It's a audio story from Essence, and that's it. So summer's usually slow, so it is what it is. But I figured I'd do another car video, and once again talk some politics. And again, I keep telling everybody, stop worrying about what the Democrats are doing. Stop worrying about what the Democrats are doing. They're going to do what they're going to do. If you're a conservative and you're America first and you care about the Constitution, your focus needs to be on these fucking weak-kneed Republicans. You're not going to win anything with half of your side ready to stab you on the back and run to the other side. And what do we find out this weekend? Okay? Well, this weekend, if you're following and you follow Twitter and what's going on, you know, there's been a push to defund basically the GOP, the national Republican National Committee, which is run by Romney McDaniel, Mitt Romney's niece, you know, who has been trying to play both sides when, you know, Romney trying to do everything he can to screw Trump over, and then his niece acting like she's on Trump's team. We find out this weekend that the GOP didn't want to go to court over the 2020 election, even though we know the 2020 election was the most secure election ever held. You know, they felt they could raise more money off of going after Democrats on socialism. I keep telling you, our problem isn't on the left, it's on the right. It's on the right because they don't want to fight. That was the problem with Trump. Wrong people, and he allowed them. And he allowed the wrong people to tell him what to do throughout his presidency. That was his problem. The same woman who's the niece of Mitt Romney, who voted for his impeachment, Mitt Romney, who, and I'll tell you this because I did a video about it at the time. Okay, I did a video about it at the time. Mitt Romney, who got Trump to nearly ban all vape products. And I remember that conference when he's sitting there with the people from the vape industry and Romney that's just sitting there. I'm like screaming at the TV, and I did a video on it. I'm like, this guy is just waiting to stab you in the back. Just waiting. Because he knew that how many, I guess, Trump supporters actually vape. And at the time, I wasn't vaping. Okay? Now that I've stepped up to this, okay, as somebody who was smoking 3 to 4 packs of cigarettes when I quit in May of 2017, 4 pack a day habit. Quit it, cold turkey, haven't smoked a cigarette since then. But gained 100 pounds. And you get to the point where, and I never thought of doing these, or you get to a point where You're so heavy and you can't breathe and you're out of shape. And you're like, what's the difference from smoking at this point? So am I going to smoke, and I said this in another private, am I going to smoke myself to death or am I going to eat myself to death? And I remembered, it popped into my mind, I remembered that Ann Coulter had talked about just using nicotine. I know she smoked cigarettes, but just chewing nicotine gum. And Tucker Carlson just chews nicotine gum. Doesn't smoke, just chews the gum. And I remember her talking about the benefits of nicotine outside of cigarettes and the carcinogens and what have you. And yes, it still could be addicting and it has some negative side effects. It says it does still harden some arteries, harden your heart arteries. Okay, but is it worse than cheeseburgers and bacon and cholesterol and eating yourself? I don't think so, because I've read on the other things on nicotine, it has high benefits of alertness, of stamina, of, weight control, appetite control, depression, okay? It helps with diabetes, believe it or not. I mean, this is all peer-reviewed studies on nicotine. So once I stepped up to one of these now, like, I am so focused and I feel so much better, and I'm not eating. I'm not overeating. I don't have the desire to overeat. And then I think of this fucking Mitt Romney scumbag trying to fucking ban these things, okay? And I understand some of them, it's a piece of machinery. Just like any piece of machinery, okay, some of them are going to, every piece of machinery has things that malfunction on them. You make enough of them, some units are going to malfunction of everything. Every Dodge Challenger has some that just blow up arbitrarily for nobody knows what, it happens. Every car model has one or two that some freak thing happens to them. You don't go banning all Dodge Challengers or banning all cars. That's what Mitt Romney tried to do, because he tried to make this a political issue. And when you think about how dangerous cigarettes are, and how much, somebody, believe me, when you smoke 4 packs of cigarettes a day, you become an expert on cigarettes. Okay? I can smoke this and I have no desire to smoke a cigarette again. Because as somebody, if you can quit and you could stay off cigarettes for a couple of years, but you have that problem with weight control, try going back to just a little bit of nicotine in one of these. Okay, you will not have that. You'll feel like you're smoking a cigarette again without any of the dirty shit, without any of that dirtying your clothes or the smell or the stamina, or not stamina, the stigma, any of that. And now I see like these anti-vaping commercials and they just infuriate me. How do you compare this to smoking cigarettes? It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. But my point is, okay, this is a supposed Republican trying to drag Trump down that road, okay, to not only to hurt him, but hurt other people. Have hurt people who are trying to get off cigarettes, these things do help. Unbelievable. They'd rather hurt us, okay? That's what you got to understand. They'd rather kill you, see you die, eat yourself to death, stay hooked on actual cigarettes. Okay? If it hurts Trump, if it hurts America first, if it hurts people who want to follow the Constitution as written, these people are not your friends. And what was great about what happened on Twitter is, Jenna Ellis, one of Trump's main attorneys, like, oh, no. this is because all this came out in that scumbag Michael Wolff, who does all those bullshit books, came out in his book that this went down, that, you know, Giuliani called up and tried to have wanted the head lawyer of the RNC fired because he's trying to they didn't want to defend Trump. They wanted to try to fundraise off the Democrat. We'll make more money off the Democrats trying to impose socialism, which everybody knows they're fucking doing. Fucking losers. So then the RNC comes out and they try to deny it. They say, oh no, just like everything with Michael Wolff, you know, this is another, you know, this is another lie. And Jenna Ellis steps in and Bernie Kerik backed her up, says, oh, no, he might be a liar, but this is 100% true and I have the receipts to prove it. And what does Ronna McDaniel do? Blocks Jenna Ellis on Twitter like a fucking high school cheerleader. I'm telling you. You're not going anywhere with these fucking losers. You're not going anywhere. We're not winning anything with these fucking loser Republicans. Even if you win the House and the Senate, if you leave these fucking people in charge, nothing changes. They're just Sams. They just smoke crack and kill themselves slowly. No, jump, motherfucker. Do that shit expeditiously. So until they're gone, and they're the ones that need to be dealt with first. Otherwise, it's all for naught. So, I highly recommend, you know, if you're trying to quit, to get one of these. They're pretty inexpensive. Low dose nicotine. If you've had weight problems before, you know, if you have weight issues where, you know, you're overeating and stuff like that, do some research on nicotine on your own. Okay? Especially if you had smoked in the past, cigarettes in the past, and you've been off them for years. Do some nicotine research on your own. Talk to your doctor, you know, and, you know, see if it might be a benefit. Because you got to look at the side effects. What are the downs? You know, the downside of nicotine, they said it can harden your arteries. Well, you know what? So does cheeseburgers, pizza, bacon, fries, gravy. You know, what do they do? So who knows? All right, everybody. Like I said, I'm pretty much wide open. I'm available for Skypes and phone calls. Gonna upload this video and then head to the gym because I do have a ton of energy. And I hope to hear from you guys. Hope to get some stories in, some contributions, some support for the channel. You know, it's been dead, so hopefully it picks back up. All right, everybody, you know what to do with the links in the description box. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been Refuge from Narcissism. Take care, everybody.